Yes, people, what's happening? Today, we're just going to dive into the markets and see what potentially can play out for next week. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs to look at. Try dive in, see what we're looking at, see what potential targets we can hit. Some of them are already, like as you can see on the index, it's already got drawings on there. So, we might, for me on the yen index right now, this is a strong weekly target up here. Potentially could see price pushing up to here. So if I'm bullish on the yen index, this means £4 yen. Potentially price could push down to the downside. Now, for me, if that's the case, this 100-point move's not really enough. Come on, stops. Basically, I would like to see price push higher before pushing down to this target, because for me it's not worth it. But if we do push down and start to close below, then I would like this move range here, where we can target nearly 500 points down to this previous week low, swing low down here. But right now, I feel like that was last week's move. Obviously, we know what happened last week. So, yeah, there is like a potential 1 to 2. But by the time I get in the market, it's probably not going to be worth it. So, that's pound yen. I might as well go on to dollar yen. Dollar yen looks nice also. This is a pair that I've just added to my watch list for this week. So again, same principles. The dollar's not looking, I was expecting bullish price on the dollar, but it hasn't given me any reason out of this area yet to be bullish. And when we look on the higher time frame, we can see we've got another fair value gap that maybe want to be filled, that potentially could push price to go to the upside. But at this moment in time, price isn't giving me anything out of this zone to be bullish. So I'm going to look for more zones that potentially can push price higher. Until then, I'm bearish on the dollar, cautious. But anytime, if I see any signs of confirmation to the upside, then the bearish bias just gets cancelled, and then we start looking for a long bias. So with that being said, USD yen is very bearish. We've come from this area here, nicely rejected, push lower. Targets such as this previous week low, just same as pound yen, but a lot of the times we can see fair value gaps get filled, especially weekly time frame fair value gaps. So again, for me to sell to here, not really worth it. If we can get some closure below this area, strongly can target this area down here. Try to get a 2.5, 3R. That would be decent. So that's my yen pairs. And then if let's go into Euro USD. So if I've got a bearish price action on the dollar, potentially means I'm bullish on euro. For me right now, I'm most likely gonna focus. Let me just look at this, because what's that? Is that a monthly fair value gap? So a monthly fair value gap tapped in. I don't know what the line moves. Get rid of this. Yeah, monthly fair value gap. We boom bam there. So we are potentially bullish anyway. Get rid of you. Get rid of that. Boom bam 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 bam. Target. Well, the first target where potential shift could happen is this previous week high. Oh, we've got a nice daily fair value gap that could be filled, maybe filled. Even this whole area. Because then you've got this wick volume imbalance. So yeah, if the dollar isn't showing any signs of bullishness, we will stay bearish and potentially can target this area here. And again, it's not. Nah, that's actually decent. Is that a decent run? I haven't gone. Like, it would have to break this area. Then I'll have to enter here. It's not really worth it for me. So again, I need to see like price push lower and then push out. That was ridiculous. I don't know what, but yeah, I need to see price push. I want to see price come lower, because anything that I get in now is not even worth the risk. Like, it's like 1-to-1s. I don't trade for 1-to-1s. So that's basically EU. It's price is bullish. We've got certain bullish targets, but I would like to see a pullback. There's nothing really to pull back into for me. Yeah, you could have the fib and 50%, but I don't use that. So for me right now, there's nothing really to pull back into. Yeah, so it's a bit dry for me on EU. Bitcoin. So we're looking at this 100k mark. Been looking at it for a while. Price has just been messing about, getting to 99k, pushing down, pushing back up, getting to 98k, pushing down. But maybe we can see a push higher. So I'm still bullish. There's nothing changed here. My narrative hasn't changed on Bitcoin. The price action hasn't changed. So for me, all I need to see now is a break of a candle. See my entry setup basically. If I can see my entry setup some point around here, maybe it happens here, maybe it happens a bit lower. Getting some longs again. Try target at 100k. Now this is more worth it, because it's now, if this is the play for next week, something around in anywhere around this zone, around here, between 97 and 95. If I can get a long position in between the area, it's worth it, because I'm gonna get around a 1 to 3 sorry 1 to 3 risk to reward, or 1 to 3.5. So it's worth it now. Whereas whereas with USD yen, GBP yen, Euro USD, because we're so close to certain targets, it's not really worth it in a sense. So we may have to just wait for these areas to be hit and see how we react, and then try to target the next area so I can get better gains and my risk makes sense. Also, next week is looking very busy. So Monday we've got PMI, we've got Jolt, so I won't be taking any trades before 3 o'clock. I'll have to wait. Wednesday we've got news, Fed Chair Powell speaks, so potentially won't be taking any trades on Wednesday. In fact, to be fair, I can take GJ trades. If anything's on GJ, I'll take it after 9 a.m. Thursday, unemployment claims, I will wait for that to pass. Friday, non-farm employment change. NFP though. So yeah, we've got a busy week. So markets are probably potentially going to move with some volatility. So yeah, it's a simple breakdown, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Looking at the higher time frames, seeing what targets we can get to, where we're at, then we've got to wait for the lower time frames to break down, get some confirmations, and then now once we've got a bias, we can look to start trading in that direction. And that's exactly how I just break down the market. I don't think it's that difficult, and it's also knowing like when to get rid of that bias, like stop, like, or furthermore just stay away from that pair. So like Euro USD last week, I was bearish, but it just wasn't happening, and the way that it was reversing wasn't strong enough for me to just decide to start like, oh, let's look for longs now, because I just didn't like the price action wasn't suitable for what I wanted to trade. So yeah, man, literally quick video. It didn't take took 8-9 minutes. Literally that's it. I didn't really get too into it technicals, because there's no need. Like literally, if you start looking at these weekly price action in certain areas, like these fair value gaps and daily time frames, I'm telling you, you'll be able to just understand like where price is going. It's just facts, isn't it? But yeah, we'll see. What could also because this will be a previous week, so this is another thing that I learned. So, and then you see where it said last week's low. So this is another key area, because this will be next week. This will be the last week's low. So when we come into here, we need to see how we react, because if I get a shift, then that potentially means that whole bias there could just come to an end on the Monday, because we've swept that's a high liquidity point for me, and then we've shifted, so now I could be bullish. But if we just violate it and just keep pushing lower, then we know that okay, we're probably still gonna be looking for sells. So yeah, quick video breakdown of the markets, nothing complicated. It's just simple. That's how I like it. I just like it simple. Like, I'm not trying to. It's just simple. I can just, yeah, that's what it is. Maybe it looks complicated, or maybe it looks too simple, but this just is what works for me. Been doing this. This is the way I break down the markets, and it's been working. So yeah, like I said, thanks for watching. If you did, like and subscribe. Peace and love.